Hello, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 5th to the 11th. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in, Aries. Welcome. I hope you're ready to be propelled forward. This is going to be a bonkers week for you, all right? Everything's about to change. The entire game is changing for you. And you actually just came out of an amazing full moon in Cancer over the weekend. That was on Saturday. I dropped these forecasts a little bit early. You're probably approaching it right now. Remember, there's going to be some adjustments, a turning point in home and family. You're, probably going to see what you need to see. Full moons illuminate. Maybe there are some doors that you're closing. Maybe you're going to let out a really good cry. There's a lot of, the moon's going to be conjuncting Jupiter. It's a great full moon. But the bigger thing here is you are saying bye-bye to 2025. You already have. That's great because now you're ready for some serious growth. You're in Capricorn season. You got a job to do. You're locking in your legacy with structure and discipline and ownership. There's a high level of being real with yourself. Capricorn is Saturn ruled. It's grounded in what's real. It's not dreamer energy. There's no clicking heels. If you're in Kansas, you're in Kansas, okay? Capricorn is doer energy. It's all about the gains, the outcome, a strong finish. Success is everything, that kind of energy. Capricorn rules your 10th house. Come on, this is big. This is all about your legacy. It's all about being recognized and achievements and awards, and it's very public facing. So even if you're not here for career or legacy, it's just whatever you want to be known for, right? In the moment, right? But you are going to be rolling up your sleeves because you've got Mercury, Venus, the Sun, and an exalted Mars, your ruler, all traveling together, conjuncting, merging their energies this entire week. You see that. This is going to be a powerful week. And what does that mean? It means that you are going to be proactive and practical and pragmatic, professional, prioritizing, all the words. You are going to be walking the walk and talking the talk, especially in career and your legacy. That's where all the energy is, okay? And since Capricorn is all about achievements, you will, at some point this week, take a step back and say, wow, I did that. I moved the needle. I got the promotion. I passed the bar. I got booked on The Bachelor. It's all about your long-term goals, okay? And you are definitely going to be like knee deep with this ultra rare triple Cazimi with the Sun, Venus, and your ruler Mars starting Tuesday, January 6th. And I talk more about these Cazimis in your January forecast. As you know, I'm not going to repeat any of the same information. You can take a look at that, but you've got your Venus Cazimi. It's been a whole year. By the way, we're going to have it twice this year. So this happens once a year. We're going to have it at the end of this year too. All right. Because remember, Venus is going to go retrograde again at the end of this year. But remember, you've got a reborn Venus, all her powers at maximum now. It's the Sun conjunct Venus. So she's bursting with charm and magnetism. Therefore, you will too, especially in your 10th house, in career, in achievements and honors. There's something really special here for you. It's all about your career path. But again, if you're not here for that, it's just accomplishments. Yeah. And there really is something truly special here. There could be some movement around money too. You have with Venus being the ruler for Taurus. It brings in that second house energy. Uranus is in Taurus. Anyway, you are going to be attracting everything or anyone you desire. It's Venus, okay? But in a structured way regarding relationships and creative projects and the way that you do business. And Venus is money, by the way, and your values. It's all about finding the beauty in all things when you have a Venus Cazimi. It's that refresh, right? But it's also a really great time to date, to network, to negotiate, to entertain, have a tea party, okay? Invite the colleagues over for wine and Jenga. I think the most important takeaway, though, is that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, right? Chronos, father time. And Venus is your value. So with this reborn Venus, make it clear what is worth your time and what isn't, okay? Ask yourself, is it being honored? Now, another thing that's happening will be, and there's definitely going to be some work stuff. The moon is going to be in Virgo at this point and trine Juno in Capricorn. Remember, there's a lot happening in that Capricorn or in your 10th house. And so we'll talk about that in the second spread. But Wednesday, January 7th. So yeah, a lot of work stuff. January 7th, Venus will conjunct Mars. This is on Wednesday, 18 degrees. Remember, Venus, Mars, the sun, they're still all at the same degree. They're all tipping over into 18 degrees together. So this conjunction will feel like a cannon to the Cazimis. And Venus conjunct Mars. Oh, this is highly intimate and intense and bonkers, especially with your desires and your passions. You got romantic, sensual, creative sparks all rolled into one. Off the Richter scale, it's a conjunction with a reborn Venus and an exalted Mars. This is momentum on your journey and your long-term goals. Use this, okay? At the very least, be social or network. Take inspired action. Download Tinder if you want. Go to the fancy bar. Do something, like really put yourself out there. But again, a lot of y'all are going to have focus on your 10th house. So again, career achievements, legacy. Go apply for that job at NASA. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. All right. Now, and we didn't get this last year. Use it. It's rare. Now, the other thing is, speaking of the moon in Virgo, yeah, we're going to have moon in Virgo. The moon is going to conjunct the South Node this day. All right. So, FYI, but the bigger news about that is that the moon conjunct the South Node in your 6th house of work. Bye-bye. Some work, like you're changing stuff. Things are changing. It's going to trine the triple Cazimi of Mars, the Sun, and Venus in Capricorn. We'll talk about it in the second spread. But you will definitely be cutting some cords, maybe with colleagues around this time, Aries. Anyway, Thursday, January 8th, you've got Mercury now sextile the North Node and Pisces and trine the South Node and Virgo at 10 degrees. So, you, with Mercury and Capricorn, by the way, that's just you being very strategic, your words carrying weight, like they're going to stick. And this matters because it's the North Node, okay? You could feel that you are having some sort of fated conversation or ideas, maybe an elevator pitch. There is something fated. There's something destined to run this time that's going to be pivotal, all right? You could even make a life-changing decision around this time. Remember, Mercury is all about the mind and communication. You could hear good news that changes your life. There is truly something destined here. Now, if you're a cross-watcher, by the way, if you watch for your rising or your moon or for your husband, Mo or Bo, Capricorn, Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini will feel this the most, okay? The North Node sextile. And if you have any planets 9 to 11 degrees in any of those signs, you're going to feel it the most. And please pay attention to your dreams because the North Node is in Pisces, and that would be your 12th. All right? And you know Saturn's there too. Saturn's Capricorn's ruler. So there really is some connection. There's some things happening behind the scenes for you with that 12th house activity. Now, Friday, January 9th, you do have the Sun conjunct Mars, 19 degrees. The last time we had the Mars cazimi was November 18th, 2023. You can think about what happened for you around that time. It actually happened in Scorpio. So there was something, a lot of y'all had big moments in love and money and intimacy, investments. But this is really more about Mars's journey, okay? His 2-year journey. Think about since that time 2 years ago, he's been going aspect after aspect after conjunction, opposition. He's been in these really long retrogrades and signs that he didn't even do well in. He's got nothing in the tank until now. He's getting 1,000% of his power back, bathing in that sunlight, thus Mars being reborn, an exalted Mars. So this is going to be this rush of adrenaline that you're going to feel. And it is a 2-year cycle being set up for you in career and your legacy and achievements, your 10th house, right? So, and this is, remember, where he does his best, where Mars does his best in Capricorn, in warrior mode. So you will feel valiant and plucky and heroic around this time. Here's the thing. This is when the Sun and Mars perfect, right? So this is down to the degree. But remember, they're going to be conjuncting all the way up to January 18th. That is really, really, really long. That's a really long time. That's a lot of potent energy. Mars is drive and physicality, libido, ambition, and can be really charged up. And therefore, it can be also very competitive energy and impatient. It can be aggressive. So, sure, you can kick down the water cooler at the office if it's on your list of achievements, but don't forget, Capricorn rules your reputation. So channel this energy constructively. Go make things happen. Start a new project. Apply for a new job if you want a new job, or start a business. All this 10th house activity. Do you start a band, a cover band of the Goo Goo Dolls? You know, Venus does soften the edges here, but it's still a lot of energy to exert. So please use it. That reality that you're creating, go create. This is your time. This is big. If you're a cross watcher, all of these Kazimis and Venus conjunct Mars, it's going to be the earth signs, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm throwing in the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and I'm throwing in you. Y'all are going to feel it the most. If you have any planet 16 to 20 degrees in any of those signs, remember, those planets will be aspected. You will really feel it. Now, over the weekend, you will have the Sun, Venus, and Mars opposite Jupiter, 20 degrees. And you're really gonna feel it more on Saturday the 10th. But this is 3 versus 1. And it's on the Cancer Capricorn axis, which is power versus protection. It's duty versus care. But it's also all about how you handle this opposition. And so for you, it's going to be more home versus work, home versus career, family versus career obligations. So you want to move toward the energy of Jupiter, which is expansion, protection, and comfort and opportunity. Remember, Jupiter is exalted, so Jupiter's in a strong place. But equally so, Mars, remember, is exalted too. So if there's an energy that you feel the most, it would be Mars and Jupiter. Therefore, with Mars, right, you could feel extra nurturing or sensitive or defensive, but also even maybe reckless. But again, this is home, this is career. Courage really does pay off here. Yeah. But with Venus in the mix, opposite Jupiter, it can literally be like payoff, as in generous outcomes in money and relationships. There's feel-good moments here. Remember, Jupiter always squeezes those good moments from these aspects. And then with the sun involved, it really is all about validation and recognition. Just avoid overconfidence. That's what you want to do with Jupiter involved in challenging aspects, is like overdoing things, overspending, overindulging. But you do have the benefit of Mercury in Capricorn, which does bring you down to earth. It's sensible, it's logical thinking. And this is everything here, all about tempering expectations and not expanding conflict and being diplomatic, because the moon will be in Libra all weekend. What does that mean? You've got Venus, Mars, the sun, Mercury in Capricorn. You have Jupiter in Cancer. You've got the moon in Libra. The moon in Libra is going to trigger that opposition, meaning you got a T-square. Yep. This brings in partnerships and relationships and contracts into the mix for you. But you throw in Chiron in your sign, which is at 22 degrees. Well, you got a grand cross. Okay. So we'll talk about in the second spread, where we talk about the lunations and asteroids and planetoids. Just know it may be an emotional weekend with the moon and with Chiron and with emotional water sign Cancer. Just know you might be making a decision. Okay. Now, with that said, let's get started. Let's see what is going on for you, Aries, for January 5th to the 11th. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Oh, yes, you got... It's a big weekend for you, but remember, it's how you handle those energies, and it's not... It's fine. You're just going to make some decisions. Career, work, relationships, contracts, but you got a lot of power in your 10th house. Anyway, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Aries, you know I got you. You know, the other thing is, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Aries, you're about to have your January is going to be like, what just happened? A lot of y'all are changing careers or getting promotions or starting your own businesses or getting recognized. Like your plaque is going to be on the wall. That kind of energy. Don't. Okay. Aries, I'm excited for you. You're going to get You're going to get I'll give you Will Ferrell. Yeah? You're good. You even got a bonus card. Look at that. Okay, so one of your best weeks when you've got an exalted Mars, your ruler, in Capricorn, and a 3-way Kazemi, all that, you're good. You got temperance. Perfect. Great. This is important, all right, as you move into this week. Even over the weekend with the full moon in Cancer, yeah, there could have been some things that really, it was really good for you. Release, you had your moment, you know, it's the moon in Cancer, the moon rules Cancer, very intuitive energy. connecting with your pineal gland, right? You see the disc on Archangel Michael's forehead here. Yeah, you got an archangel. Temperance is all about self-restraint. It's all about balance, inner balance, mind, body, spirit, all of that. But it's avoiding extremes. So this is showing that you're going to handle this really charged up martial energy. Yeah? This is really great. It's very spiritual too. Temperance is Sagittarius, attributed to Sagittarius. That rules your 9,000. That is very spiritual. It's broadening your horizons. This is really beautiful because you also got the star. And so, yeah, this is just saying don't try to force anything, right? Avoid those extremes. As long as you do that, everything's aligning for you. You've got the star in the heart of your spread, the star where the stars align for you. Everything's growing in your world, and you know that. You've got the only two people, the only two cards in all of tarot where they got the foot in the water, foot on the land. You see that here. Yeah? That's amazing. It's acknowledging what's real from your dreams. It's kind of like connecting that bridge for you. Okay? I love this, right? What is your reality? Remember, that's going to be a big thing with this Capricorn energy. But it's linking the two. It's making everything real for you. Even Temperance was formerly known as like the alchemist. So trying new things too, mixing things up, but at this rhythm, at your comfort level. But the star, again, you can see the water bearer here because this card is attributed to Aquarius, which rules your 11th house of your future hopes and long-term aspirations and dreams. Pouring onto the land. Look at all that growth. Everything is growing. Things are going to grow in your world. Things are going to align for you. You're good. AF. Now, you also got the 7 of Cups. How interesting, you and your 7 of Cups in your challenge area. So, 2 things here. 1, this week, it seems like you're coming out of something where you were a little bit confused. Yeah, a little bit of that fog. Remember, even January 1st, we had Mercury square Neptune. This is showing you got your entire spread. You're coming out of it. And that's really great. Use that martial energy to come out of it. Yeah. It's like you're the puppet master, right? And you got your puppets. You're the one pulling any confusion out of that haze. That was weird. Anyway, the other thing is there may be someone in your life that might be still there. All right? There could be someone who's a little bit lost in the sauce. And it's really up to you on whether this is something that you come in and, I mean, you got superpowers this week, right? You come in and have that conversation you need to have. Help that person out. All right? Keep that in mind. It could be a lover. Feels like a lover. Or a partner. Yeah. And anyway, you do have the 10 of Cups, too, in your crown. So it's almost like you know that something's ending, something's moving forward in this new direction. And there's so much focus on career here, but also home and family. Yeah. And so even this with the 10 of Cups, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I told you Mercury is going to sextile the North Node as well. North Node is in Pisces. This card is attributed to Pisces, but look at all this enlightenment in your crown. The cups over their head and the happy everything in this photo in this illustration. This is really great. All right. There's a sense of like, yes, we made it. We're on our way. And then you have the lovers and the root of your spread. So, hello. Amazing. You have all that energy that's even Venus is, when Venus conjuncts Mars, that's this, right? But at the core of this card is, you got 2 archangels. Oh my goodness. You got Archangel Raphael too. And he's blessing these 2, right? With a lot of love. And what I was going to say, the core of this card is really like, it's up to you. You get to make the decision. It is your choice, right? What to do with this love that you're being blessed with. Now, it's also, it doesn't have to be strictly love. It can be just, remember, I said a lot of you are going to be making a decision this weekend, right? But it can be career. It can be anything, right? But it does feel like there's lovers energy, significant other, but it could also be like a business partner. It could be family. It could be any of that, right? Queen of Pentacles in your future. You're good. You're moving into a place where you're kind of merging the two with like work and home. If there's been a disconnect there, this is really amazing. And there's more growth here. You see, you have so much growth. Even with the Queen of Pentacles, do you see the bunny rabbit in the corner right here where my finger is, representing like fertility? And there's a lot of associations with the Magician. Okay, with the Queen of Pentacles, you see the roses at the top. You see their outfit is very similar. Anyway, so go create. You're good. You're really good. Everything is aligning for you. Let's get to your stuff. I mean, I don't even know if there's. Yeah. I feel like there is some contractual energy here too. Like there's got to be a contract being signed. And it seems like there's a lot of great things happening here. Oh my gosh, you're good. Okay. But the best part is like coming out of that, like, is just having a lot more clarity. Now, and everything just aligning for you. And yeah, the Queen of Pentacles in your future, the richest queen, right? Anyway, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, oh gosh, share and hype. That's a new one, right? Leave comments. Tell me what is going on. This is very exciting, Aries. I'm very excited for you. Very exciting. And you know I love you. All right, so yeah. You're good. That's gonna be we're gonna take a look at that. I want to see these first. You're good. A lot of you are starting new jobs, and it's just good for you. Good for you. There is a sense of feeling free too. You're freeing yourself from something. 9 of Wands. So hang in there. If you feel like there is a lot of energy, because it is strong energy. It's powerful. It's just this surge. Hang in there. You're going to be fine. Especially with the way that you're seeing things, right? I think that could be significant with the Knight of Wands as well. The 9 of Wands, Temperance. You have these 3 Sagittarius cards. It's all about your belief system. Yep. The 9th house. Your worldview, your just philosophies. But anyway, yeah, that Knight of Wands in your external factors area. I mean, this is that energy of just that charged up Cazimis and Venus conjunct Mars. It's just powerful. It's potent. Knight of Wands is just on a mission, like nothing else matters but whatever my mission is, which is your passions. I mean, wands are the spirit of fire. And he's set out to transform his entire life. And so you're really good, because it looks like there's someone that's just staying apace with you. And it feels really nice. I feel like there could be someone even delivering a message here. I mean, you have this knight who, I mean, pages are the messengers. You have that in your final outcome. But when you have the Knight of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles, with a star, with Temperance, when you look across her cross, it just feels like there is this urgency that's coming through. Like, you've got to know about this, or you got to hear about this, or you got to feel this, or you got to, it just, something's there. That rush that I was talking about, it's just very palpable. But there is definitely going to be something really nice here with your passions. There's just, again, that feeling free. Nothing can stop you. Now, you've got that Two of Swords. That's fine. It's just basically saying that, yeah, I don't want to be in a place where I'm not trusting myself. I'm not trusting my intuition. That part of me is over. I'm like in this growth phase, this Capricorn season, which is, it is a little bit more serious, right? It is all about just structure. It can be a little strict, but that's fine. It feels like there's something connected here also with the Seven of Cups. The Two of Swords is attributed to Libra. Remember, you're going to have the moon in Libra over the entire weekend with the oppositions. So there truly can be something here with partnerships. But I think that it may be something that I said earlier. There's something there. All right. You may have to have a conversation. It can be in a business manner too. It doesn't have to be love. It can even be platonic. Now, yeah, that Page of Swords bringing you some really great message. And it's also indicative of you starting something new. You know? You're on this quest. You're feeling restless. You want to go explore and expand your mind, but you're ready to get started. You're ready to really put all your energy into this new thing in your life, this new job, this new path, new ideas that you have. He's like a sponge too. He wants to absorb so much knowledge. And yeah, pages are the messengers and swords are the mental suit. And there could be, like I said, even with Mercury and the North Node, a message that you receive. It could also be you making a really big announcement, but the fact that you do have that Queen of Pentacles, really nice. She is Capricorn. That's why it's just, whoa. Now, I want to see this bonus card. You're ready to go. Listen, you're good. You're going to be fine. You're charged up. You're ready to go. You got that willpower, that state of mind. You're so driven. You're so focused. You're going to make things happen. And you're not turning back. You're good. This is powerful. This is really, really, really powerful. You're good. You're good. Congratulations, Aries. Next week. Next week. Big week. Big week. All right. We got, that there's just, there's a lot more to come. Remember, we got 15 aspects in a 3-day weekend. New moon in Capricorn, all of that. Where, again, that's your 10th house. A lot of you are starting something new. There's big stuff happening for you. Anyway, if you like this reading, be great if you like, subscribe, share, leave comments, tell me what's going on. And tier 3 members, really good and legendary members, for the second spread, we will look at the moon trine Juno. That's all about contracts and love and marriage. And we're going to look at the moon conjuncting the South Node. There's definitely some things leaving your life. And the T-square and the Grand Cross over the weekend. Anyway, you know where to find the link. Anyone is welcome to join. Aries, thanks so much. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.